Content is king. There are arguments out there that content is not in fact king, but those people usually fall into one of two camps. Either they don't know what they're talking about, or they're just plain doing it wrong. Of course, any strategy you use, if you do it wrong, it won't work. Whether you keyword stuff in the title tags, use images without alt attributes, and just use click here as anchor text for a link. These are all strategies that people familiar with SEO, yet are not experts, do all too often. And each of these either has a negative impact or is just a missed SEO opportunity. Welcome back to the Vision Course Media YouTube channel. And today I'm going to show you how to take what you've learned in our previous videos, including how to do keyword research, how to do competitor research, how to write title tags, and then how to use all that information to write optimized content in 2021. The basics of writing the optimized content in 2021 aren't that different from the previous years. You don't focus so much on keyword density, except compared to your competition, and make sure you don't keyword stuff. You also want to include internal linking strategies to make navigating your site without having to use just the navigation easy. Mix things up by incorporating bullet points, images, and infographics. Great content is usually built around the right key terms. I'm going to give you some tips on how to choose the right key terms. First, you want to make sure the terms you are using have a high search volume, yet have a low competition. However, you should be willing to sacrifice search volume for lower competition, for a high percentage of low search volume is much better than getting 0% of high search volume if the competition is too high and you just won't rank for it. Make sure that you're choosing keywords that apply to that particular page and not others, other than to create internal links. This will ensure that you do not create a system of SEO cannibalization where you have several pages ranking for the same key term on lower pages as opposed to one really strong page that can get on page 1 of Google search engine results pages. 2021 is the year to finally learn the truth about keyword density. If anyone in fact gives you an exact number regarding keyword density, run. There is no set percentage or number of times you need to use a key term in your content. Different industries and even different topics within each industry require different density percentages. The best way to estimate how often to use a key term really is your competition. You can analyze your competition by typing in the key term that you want to rank for into Google. Then read the content for the top 10 pages, or at least the pages that appear on page 1. This will give you an idea of how often Google likes to see the key term repeated in content in your industry. We actually have a tool that we pay for that allows us to put in the URL of a website and then put in the key term that we are trying to rank for. It then will analyze the content that is currently on the website, as well as if it appears in your title tag and meta description. It then goes out and pulls your competition, like I was saying, usually the top 10 results on Google search results page for that term. And it compares your keyword density for certain keywords. There may be other keywords that you haven't even thought of that your competition is using that you could take advantage of. You can then even update your content within the tool itself, and it will update the keyword list to let you know which terms you are using about the same, fewer than, or more than your competition. Writing well-optimized SEO content usually depends on two things. First, you want to please Google, but not at the sake of sacrificing user experience. Second, you want to make sure that you're pleasing users without sacrificing Google's experience. There are multiple ways to achieve this. you can use varied formatting. Don't use just paragraphs. First, you can use bullet points. This is a great way to create a list. This gives you the opportunity to provide Google with phrases, key terms, or even internal links. But it also formats it in an aesthetically pleasing way for the user. And it makes it stand out much more than if it's buried in a paragraph surrounded by a bunch of jargon and vernacular the shopper may not be familiar with. Another great strategy is to use images. Images of your products, images of concepts are a great way to change it up from the standard paragraph formatting that some customers may just find boring. However, if you are going to use images, you want to make sure that you use the image alt attributes. And it's also a great place to put an internal link because people will click on images after hovering over it. A third great way to vary your formatting is to create and use an infographic. Infographics are actually becoming more and more popular as replacements for content. Again, you need to make sure that you're using the right image alt attributes. The beauty of using images and infographics is that you can then work them into your social media campaigns and they will stand out in people's news feeds. And then you can even use the bullet points as part of your text on your post that contains the image or infographic. Next, I'm going to show you how to input your content into BigCommerce. Now, for the homepage, it may need to be hard-coded in, but don't worry, we have programming experts that can help you with that. Next, I'm going to discuss the category and subcategory pages and also show you where to put it in the product pages. To input your content on category and subcategory pages, you're going to go from your home dashboard over to products on the left-hand side. Then, you're going to scroll down to product categories. And here you can see your categories, expand it, and you'll see subcategories. And then right here is where you're going to input the content. Now, if you want to create an internal link, you just select, click the link, put in the link URL, and then the highlighted text will be your anchor text. This is the type of text that Google will read as far as the key term it will attribute to that link. So if I were to be writing content about the title tags, I would actually write how to write title tags, or even for SEO. To really do this well, I would consult my keyword research on how people search for writing their title tags. Then you highlight it and do the internal link, linking over to that either blog or page, whichever it is. And then for a subcategory, you're just going to back out, expand, select a subcategory, and it's in the same spot with the same sort of options. Now for products, you just select a product, and then your content is actually your description for a product page. And you can actually use internal linking and link to similar products as opposed to just having it in the similar products section at the bottom that people may not even look at. Extra little hints include where to put your image alt attribute. It would show up right here with the image. Let's actually go to one with an image so you can see it. There you go. Right here is where you put your image alt attribute. Now, We actually have a new strategy that I haven't really seen many other SEO companies utilize, and that is to split your content. Recently, there was an interview with John Mueller, who's basically the head Google algorithm guru, and he was saying that too much content before your products can actually confuse Google into thinking that you are in fact an informational website as opposed to an e-commerce website. As we all know, Google is now built all around user intent. Therefore, if they determine the intent is to buy, even if your content is great, your website is optimized, if Google has categorized you as an informational page, you will not pop up. To get around this, we have developed our own proprietary coding that we can implement in your BigCommerce backend. It is a one-time implementation that we have our expert programmers put in, and then when an SEO expert goes in and puts in your updated optimized content, they just wrap it around some code to tell BigCommerce which content to put above the products and which content to put below the products. I will put a link in the description of a video going into further detail. So first, a small block of text goes above the products that is directly about those products on that page. Then you put the SEO content below the products, and that will usually have the internal linking strategies, additional information of the products, etc. The benefit of this is it maintains a user-friendly experience and it encourages conversions by having the good content on there. It also ensures to Google that you are an e-commerce site and not an informational site. However, it allows you to still maintain the amount of content that Google likes to see in high-ranking pages. And that's going to do it for this video on how to write SEO-friendly content in 2021. We hope you found this information useful. If you did, please give this video a like. Comment your thoughts down below. Don't forget to click that subscribe button for some more great videos with tips and tricks on how to further optimize your site. You can also click that notification bell so that you can see them as soon as they post. Please share this on all social media platforms to let other people know that there is useful information out there. Alright, thanks again for checking out this video. Have a great day.